Hello there people, this is Bruce Cool or nintenbruce here, back again to give some more help on Yu-Gi-Oh! 5D's Decade Duels Plus. And this time we're going up against Sean and his X-Sabers in the preliminary rounds. Now the thing with his type of X-Saber deck is you just can't let him swarm the field, because that's when some nasty effects will happen. Luckily he doesn't play it too well anyway, but I'll give you the general instructions for it. So I'll go through a few of his monsters first. He doesn't have many things in terms of beat sticks, so that's quite good. If you run a beatdown deck, then you shouldn't have too much of a problem. His big hitters are 1800 and also 2400. The 2400 attacker monster can't even come out unless it's special summoned from the hand with two X-Saber monsters on the field. That's XX-Saber Faultroll. But when that does come out, then he can start special summoning more X-Sabers from the graveyard. So that's what I mean in terms of letting him swarm the field. It's not good at all. He does have these Spirit Reaper kind of guys, these X-Saber Pashuul. With that, it can't be destroyed by battle, but for each of the opponent's standby phases, the controller takes 1000 damage if it's in face-up defense position, so that can backfire on him. I'd probably recommend some piercing damage cards as well, which isn't too bad. You probably just saw there as well, X-Saber Galahad. It's an okay beat stick. It gains an extra 300 attack in the damage step only, but when you go to attack him, he loses 500 attack unless he negates it by attributing another X-Saber monster. He's really not a biggie. Again, as long as you've got some field present and you keep the hurt coming on, then that monster isn't going to be too much of a biggie. One little one to watch out for, X-Saber Airbellum, which he's got 3 of, 1600 attacker, and if it causes, or if it does battle damage, a direct attack rather, then the opponent discards a random card from the hand. So try to have some field presence. Again, it's all about you having the field presence and the field control. Other than that, his other monsters aren't really anything to note. Like he's got Giant Rats, Sangan, he's got double X-Saber Ragigura, which when it's normal or special summoned he can add another X-Saber monster from the graveyard to the hand. Can be a bit naughty, but again, as long as you've got that field control, you're fine. You can even run an anti-meta deck to stop special summoning if you want, and you can even add, like what I've got now, a removal deck to stop monsters going into the graveyard, so you can, you know, mess about with them that way. Anyway, spells and traps. Some of them are more annoying than anything else, like Swords Revealing Light. He's got Saber Slash, which can be quite destructive, so destroy a number of face-up cards on the field equal to the number of face-up attack position X-Saber monsters you control. On that front, it may not be too wise to rely on too many face-up continuous cards. With removal, it's not so bad anyway. But yeah, maybe run some traps like Mirror Force, Torrential Tribute, all the stuff which is one-shot stuff really. He's also got Gottoms Emergency Call, which is if a face-up X-Saber monster is on the field, target 2 X-Saber monsters in any graveyard and special summon both to your side of the field. So again, if you let him have these cards on the field, it's just going to cause more pain. Maybe run a Lightning Vortex or 2 as well if you're really having trouble with him, and that will stop him swarming the field, which is quite nice. Definitely run the usual destruction like Heavy Storm, Giant Trinade, blah blah, to get rid of swords and other little nasty surprises. He does have a Mirror Force and a Torrential Tribute of his own, but other than that, that's the only trap cards bar Gotham's Emergency Call. So yeah, you shouldn't have too much of a problem if you keep the control going on. If you start letting him synchro summon the things, then you could be in a world of pain. I mean, he's got things like Maturia Beast and Maturia Barkion, which can stop trap cards and spell cards respectively just by discarding from the deck. Yeah, just don't let him have that field presence. That's all I can sum it up as. Have a decent beatdown and you'll be just fine. But by all means, if you need any extra help or have any other hints that I haven't mentioned, i.e. like Skill Drain for example, works very well against him, then pop them in the comment section below and let me know your thoughts. And until next time guys, hopefully that has helped you out. So you take care, and I will see you again soon.